the kind of country that we are, as much as possible, hope is the number one driving factor, the thing that keeps us alive, the thing that keeps us pushing and moving, right? Yeah. So, just from your own experiences, how was your first half and how are you preparing for the second half of the year?
Should I take it, Winnie?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, so what I'm thinking about is how in previous years, there were always these resolutions, things you say on January 1st, you're going to do. But I feel like this year, a lot of people didn't really do that as much as we did in previous years. We've just been sort of going with the flow, flowing with the tide. Whatever comes, comes. Whatever doesn't come, comes. Whatever you don't plan for doesn't really matter. It just feels like everyone is just going one foot in front of the other at this point. Some people had aspirational goals for education, for instance. If the admission comes, it comes. If it doesn't come, eh. Some people have been applying for visas. If it comes, maybe next time. A lot of people have sort of been mellow. For me, I didn't set any of those really lofty goals at the beginning of this year. So by middle of the year, I didn't feel disappointed. I didn't feel like I had lost much, even though I didn't feel like I had gained that much.
That much, okay.
Either.
Yeah.
So
okay, that's
I don't know. I'm just sort of like in a safe space.
I think I could understand that a lot,
Yeah.
right? And then the idea and the mentality of people, the reason, I think since 2020, right? I think that is when the whole, New Year's resolution thing kind of just dropped. Even if in 2021, people were trying to get back on and like, okay, fine, this is my year, this is my year. Yeah. But at the same time, I think in the end of it all, people are probably just at the point where they're realizing that, see, as much as you can plan, so literally, right, it is man's position to plan, but then again, it's God that literally blesses whatever you plan.
Exactly.
But I think in everything, I think we're at the point, especially for Nigerians, I think we're at the point where we realize that, see, it's different when you're in the system that works, right? When you're in a system that is not necessarily working as you hope it would, no matter how much planning you plan, there are several forces that can literally counter that. So as much as you say, yeah, a lot of people are riding on hope, right? And with Thanksgiving and all of that, I think right now a lot of people are literally just thankful for life, right? Instead of just saying, okay, fine, we're hoping for, I mean, what's happening, what's coming and everything. At this point, people are just like, you know what, thank God I'm alive. Thank God I can buy that half tuber of yam.
Exactly.
And so I feel like that's where a lot of people are mentally. So yeah, probably less disappointed. Exactly. I think general, I don't know. At this point, the disappointment, they cannot own the disappointment. Do you get it? It's not like I am disappointed that I did not reach my goal. It's like, okay, fine. I have got to the point where I have tried all I can try. And at this point, you know what?
Just leave the rest to God.
Yeah.
But look at, for instance, look at the people that, so sorry, Mike. Look at the people that invested in property along that Oniru beach line.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
In 2021, 2022.
Look at the business.
They were hoping that by 2024, wow, they would have reached a point where, but then suddenly.
Yeah. When you're literally working is in a system that seems like it's working against you, you can't do much. You can just be.
You think about it. You never know what could happen.
True.
Yeah.
On a very true. No, while you guys have been talking, I have been retrospecting and introspecting, as it were, at the same time while you guys have been talking. And yes, it does seem like when I look at the start of the year, and I'm thinking of what has happened and all of that. You know, it's a few acquaintances and friends traveled out. Jackpot. So I put myself in that space and I said, okay, now a number of them travel, but of course, their families are here.
Yeah.
Their friends are here. They cannot carry everybody out. So they're heavily invested mentally here.
Yeah.
Because if you are, I listened to this particular interview where it was some of Kofi, I think yes, it was Kofi. Kofi has been here on the show a number of times, friend and family. And Kofi said the day when he felt he had to travel was a day when he went for an event, and as normal, the boys and all of that, the area boys came to, you know, to taxi him and all that kind of stuff, and hey, they were hitting there. And then one person said, Baba, no be you know what, blah, blah, blah. And right there, in the presence of everybody, called out his address. You know, and he said the Bariga boy in him had to come out. And then he went home and told his wife, honey, And this was, so the person that was interviewing him was Teju Babyface, and he had that kind of experience. And a lot of the times I think, okay, if I want to leave, can I carry everybody? I can't carry everybody that I care for.
Yeah.
So I'm invested in here because, now let me say, another friend was in the US until they called him. His dad got in an accident. It was fatal. And then they rushed the dad to the hospital. The first hospital rejected him and they took him to a general hospital and there was no ambulance to move him to where
He needed to
the required care. Yeah. And so his father was in a very precarious state. The brother had to carry him in the car. I'm just saying, last, a lot of things not there. His father passed.
Yeah, sure.
He's in the US with a wife and kid there. He had moved. But dude was crying, basically crying on social media. And he said, look at what has happened. So when, to put a spin on this and put it at the right part, as much as we are here, the fight should be to ensure that we can get the best out of governance, not just the president, they are governors. See, we run a three-tier system. Three-tier system of government. And each of these ones have allocations, even down. So the ones we can see, when it's election time, not just the House of Reps or the senators that will come there and distribute cartons of noodles and
rice.
Gari and rice and all of that. We're supposed to have their numbers. If something is wrong, who do we call?
So now...
We cannot lay it at... I'm just saying that as a people, we can try and we should try to do our best in the ways that we can. Because
what a lot of people
basically all we have.
What a lot of people have started doing is building their own mini communities. I know a lot of religious organizations are building mini communities. I know a particular church, for instance, that has built its own hospital, its own primary school, its own secondary school, has also put together its own a particular mechanic site for young youths to go and learn how to be mechanic.
I hope kids of the of the members can go can afford this school.
Yes,
because that has always been quite a challenge.
It has always been rock. The only issue with schools like that is that they're so good that they're waiting lists. Yeah. So there's never enough space for everyone.
Everybody, yeah, so I can understand.
The issue is some people are building mini communities around themselves to sort of help with their situation, support the situation as much as they can. The question now is, in your own little space, what can you do? What can you do to sort of help pay it forward, help instill hope, help give people positive thoughts?
So yeah, so I'm thinking of similar thing you're saying, but I think in a time like this, right, I think it's only normal, not even normal, but what I've noticed, right, in recent times, it has literally fostered a more communal sense of living, to be honest. Yeah, that's why I feel like at times are hard. People have literally now come together to put their resources together to say, okay, you know what, I'm going to the markets this month. Oh yeah, I'm going to a market, we're going to buy this thing, we're going to do this shares like this and everything, so that we buy things in bulk, everything is cheaper for everybody. Do you understand? So it has literally fostered that kind of communal, okay, we're going to school, everybody shouldn't drive, the whole carpooling thing. Yeah, so people are literally just finding ways here and there to help one another and all of that. So yeah, I mean, this is literally a call to you to literally just find a way to be your neighbor's keeper. Yeah. Everybody's going through it, right? And just be there, right? Just be open, but at the same time, be vigilant, because there's still people trying to take advantage of those opportunities, yeah.
All right, so what we are trying to put out there is hope for the rest of the year. Just go out there, keep hope alive, do the best, and yeah, we'll all get to see you at the end of the year. Looking forward to even more years.